let's turn our attention to South America, which is gripped by soaring tensions. It's Venezuela versus Guyana. They're neighbors, they share a border, they also share a long-running territorial dispute. The dispute is over Essequibo, an oil-rich region, about two-thirds of Guyana's territory. Venezuela has long claimed ownership of this region. Guyana has strongly contested it. But Venezuela is not.
Double honors to the apostles and the lot of great men stone that rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of the state, specialists within truth and in sincerity. And Brother Malachi in Shalom. This article breaking down the entire situation. Well, not the entire situation, but more or less the entire situation of what's going on between Guyana, which is allied with America, and Venezuela, which is allied with BRICS. Alright? We know they're also allied with Russia itself, not just the BRICS nations. So you all get the gist of it, right? So yeah, so things are basically heating up on this side as well, you know.
Budging. Yesterday, Venezuelans turned up to vote in a controversial referendum, a vote to take over the disputed territory. And guess what? More than 95% approved of it, approved of the takeover. So what does this mean for both the countries? Our next report tells you.
This is Essequibo. If you haven't heard of it yet, it's time you do. Because it's quite the South American celebrity. Essequibo is densely forested. It's roughly the size of Florida. It makes up about two-thirds of Guyana. And it's the reason behind a major long-running territorial dispute between Venezuela and Guyana. Because you see, Essequibo is also oil-rich. In 1899, international arbitrators set the current boundaries. This happened when Guyana was still a British colony. But Venezuela has long disagreed with this move, claiming ownership of the land, arguing that during Spanish colonial times, Essequibo was within Venezuelan borders.
Since I was a child, we have always said that Essequibo is a territory that belongs to Venezuela. The international side made a decision without asking us. They pushed Venezuela's side.
In 2015, oil was discovered in waters off Essequibo's coast. In September this year, Guyana held an auction for companies to bid for exploration licenses there. This heightened tensions tremendously, and now Venezuela is brimming with fury. Yesterday, Venezuelans voted in a referendum for takeover of Essequibo to gauge if citizens agreed with creating a Venezuelan state in Essequibo, providing its population with Venezuelan citizenship, and incorporating the region into Venezuelan territory on maps. Over 10.5 million votes were received, and Venezuelan voters approved by a wide margin, 95%.
This referendum has been historic for the national union it has achieved among all Venezuelans. Today there aren't winners and losers inside the country. The only winner is the people of Venezuela and Venezuela's dignity and sovereignty. The only losers are the government of Guyana, US oil company ExxonMobil, and the North American empire.
This is ours, ahead with the Essequibo. The importance of this referendum is that Essequibo is ours and we have to defend the territory that historically belongs to us.
Venezuela is hailing this as an overwhelming victory, but Guyana has denounced it as an attempt at annexation. Guyana's president claimed there's nothing to fear. The International Court has also warned Venezuela.
The Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela shall refrain from taking any action which would modify the situation that currently prevails in the territory in dispute.
No, that's on the point. Though there is a Edomite, right? The International Court, Guyana is a part of it. I don't think Venezuela is a part of it. I think it's 4 Caribbean countries in it. But anyhow, so yeah. So like this is like their version of a high court, because we in Trinidad and Tobago have something known as the high court. When you appeal your case and whatever, it goes to the high court, which is in London. I'm not sure, but besides the point, I just reference it now. The highest court, our high court is the highest court you can carry a matter to. So this is the highest court the Guyanese people could carry their matter to, right? And look who is the judge in it. You understand? So that person not even from fucking Guyana, right? Nevertheless, I digress.
Whereby the Cooperative Republic of Guyana administers and exercises control over that area.
But Venezuela does not recognize the court's verdict. Despite international pressure, it's determined to assert claim over Essequibo. The question remains, what will become of its referendum? It's unclear what steps Venezuela will take to enforce its claim. This was a largely symbolic referendum, so Venezuela may not take further constitutional steps or use force. But maybe that was never the goal. For now, it seems Venezuela is making peace with the movement gaining momentum. And if this is an elephant Venezuela must eat, it's choosing to do so one bite at a time.
Now, this news story, was released 5 days ago, right? Now, this was before the this was before Brazil put troops on the Venezuelan border. This was before the U.S. come get posted in Guyana to as I say, secure the region and so forth. Cause I said that I brought up that in a video yesterday, actually, right? So this is what 4 days before that, because as you hear in the ending up of the report, it said what it said. It said that they are unclear what avenue Venezuela go take, and if you know what I mean, they thus far looking peaceful. But what 4 days later, what happened? We had troops from the two major opposing sides on the planet right now, on each side, right? So the second is just, because second is just 9, start of 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which this is one of the uproars, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, or the end is revealed. You understand? That is going into the signs of the times, all these different wars. You understand? That the signs of the times, the end is manifest, the end is being revealed, you know. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder, and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. Right? So all these wars are an uprising and uproars like the people. Right? All these oh gosh, I forgot what it's called. Insurrections and whatever and so on and so forth. Right? All these things are signs. You understand? All these things are signs. Right? Yesterday I was talking to the Academy group chat about how we are allied on the two sides, basically, because we are allied with Venezuela and China, and we also ally with America. So if America place sanctions on them, obviously that is us. And if we go deal with them, then like where do we stand? That just show you, and the people of this country don't even know. They don't even taking heed, But still, is the signs are the times, is the signs of what not even what is to come, what is here, right? Second Peter 3 and verse 12. It says, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of power, well, the Most High, wherein the heavens begin being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. Yeah. Bring the war. Bring on the war. Bring it on. You understand? We fed up at this place, bring it on. Ayo Pancho, as others always say, Ayo Pancho, it is what it is. Right? We ready to go. You understand? And we understand. We being the men of the Lord, the men who push this word in truth and in sincerity. That's why when there's opening, there's always this salutation to the men who push this word in truth and in sincerity. Alright? Because we the men of sincerity and truth. You understand? We can't wait to be out of here. We can't wait for this new kingdom to come. Alright? Because Hebrews it say, well, we have no continuing city, but we look. You understand? For one to come. Roughly paraphrasing. Right, so it's looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved. Yeah, like the nuclear war. So okay, yeah, that is all. That is because of the missiles, right? And because of the missiles that this war is going to be fought with. How they powers. Right, the blessings, right? I should not say powers. The blessings is the blessing, you know. Blessing is this one, and we know they perfect their work, right? This is First Peter 4 and 7. Yeah, 7. Right, it says, well, but the end of all things, is at hand. Be therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Alright. There'll be no as I saw in the video I did yesterday, summer is nigh. We already know what's going on. Understand? The end of all things is being made manifest. We say Tabara Yahweh Bashem Yoshai Bashem Ukakadash. That we had this wisdom and this knowledge, which will be what? The stability and strength of our times. Right? So like the stability of our times and the strength of salvation, I say at 3 and 6. Yeah? This is the water for that, because we know we hasten the coming, and we know pursuant to the book of Amos 5, right? The day of the Lord is dread and terrible, and that is what coming. That dreadful day of vengeance. I will get that precept and I will close out, because I just really wanted to put that information out there. That news out there. You understand? Because that is like, I'm more in depth. Because I know I mentioned a few things about it. I know a few things. I went down into it yesterday in my video, but yeah. Again, you like the nitty-gritty of it, where it all stem from, more or less. Alright? So the Amos 5 and 18, and funny enough, they said in that news video, what is that news report? What they say? They say it's been since the 18th century. They've been, having quarrels over this land. But look when it's sparking. Look at how it's sparking. Look at the time. We're talking 2 centuries ago. Look at when y'all want to fucking, go up in arms about it. Brazil, a century so. America send a US post down, so you get me? You get what I'm saying? Look at the approach now, rather than any point in time in them 2 centuries ago. This is going to lead to war. This is going to lead to famine. This is going to lead to all the effects that comes with war. Right? Amos 5 and 18, it says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of Yahweh. So what end is it for you? The day of Yahweh is darkness and not light. From a lion, and a bear meet him, or went into a house and leaned his hand on the wall, and the serpent bit him. Shall not the day of Yahweh be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it?" You understand? Yeah. The day of the Lord is at hand. You understand? Summer is nigh. Alright? So with that, I hope this video was edifying. I hope you get a little more insight into the situation going on over on the side. Yeah. So with that, I would say, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well, peace and salutations to the brothers on the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is Brother Manat Tazak, saying Shalom.